Hello, Asha Vons. Mega's here on a beautiful day in Asha. Look at this. Is this heaven on earth? And look right here behind me. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? You know, when we say that we live in God and God lives in us, you can feel it on days like this.
I shines, I shines, I shines. I shines, I shines.
So this morning, I woke up about 4:30 in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep because I was thinking about this little orange book and the spells of the Magi. And this whole message was just coming together in me, and I was too excited to fall back asleep. And so I went outside, and it was still a little dark. But as the sun started to rise, and I saw all the snow in the trees, and I saw the deer, and my friends, I'm telling you, I knew it, that Asha is, that God is, that we live in this spirit that we call God good. You know, in our religion, God and good are the same thing. And good was there. I could see it. I could feel it. I could touch it. And I had this knowing that I was in this good, this God, and this God, this good, it was in me, and I was it. I'm a part of it. It is a part of me, and there was no separation. And so for my longtime followers and my Magi, I'm going to ask you just open your heart, because we're going to go somewhere new. And it's a journey. And well, I'll tell you, it reminds me of Asha 1. It's that ever expanding good. It's that evolution, the way it's meant to be, that just good is our foundation, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, but it gets gooder and gooder, godder and godder. And we do it with our spells. And as I was thinking about the spells of the Magi, I thought of Shakespeare. And for my new listeners also, I can tell you this. If you will watch this video all the way through, something will change in you. I've seen it, my friends. Matter of fact, one of my favorite testimonies is Timmy. And she had OCD and a lot of things going on. She was living in a hell in her own mind. And her son said, "Mom, you got to listen to this guy on YouTube." And she just listened to me read through the 16 statements and teachings, and she was completely healed. I've seen it so many times. Just reading the truth to people healed them. I'll tell you a great story, one I love, and then we'll get to this. I'm not going to rush this, though. So if you have time, just sit back, and I can tell you it will make a difference. It will make life beautiful. You'll see it different. And if you can get a different perception, tell a better story, you're going to step into a better story. But there was this gentleman that was working for us, and he came to us and said he was going to have to quit working for us because he couldn't catch his breath. He was doing this fast, heavy breathing, just trying to breathe. And so whenever he started to try to work, he'd almost pass out. And he had been to the doctors, he had his inhaler and the medications, and it just wasn't getting better. And I said, "I know this is a little in left field here, but will you sit with me for 30 minutes and just see what I can do? What do you have to lose?" And so we went in, and I put on some beautiful music, had him lay down. I lit some candles and incense. This is totally different than anything he had experienced. And I just started speaking Asha, speaking the spells of the Magi. And after about 30 minutes, he started kind of coming back to himself, and I started talking to him. I said, "Well, how do you feel? How's your breathing?" And he was breathing completely normal. There was no gasping. He didn't need his inhaler. And he came back to work, completely healed. My friends, well, why is there power in words? I'll tell you. It's the word behind the words, behind the language. It's the story we tell. It's the understanding that it opens up inside of you. And so that's what we're going to do today. And funny enough, we're going to start with Shakespeare because I thought of this. This is in Act 5, Scene 1. And Shakespeare's speaking of poets, and poets are magicians. Their poems are spells. Listen to this. It's short, but it's powerful. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. He's talking about with the pen, the spells we write make form and matter. The imagination that we hold, the beliefs, the stories we write inside of us, we end up living in those worlds. My friends, like we always talk about here at the Order of the Magi, the only prayer that is ever answered is the prayer you become. You embody it, and then you step into that body, into that form. You can't beg a deity in the sky for it. You can't cut a deal. You can't cry enough. My friends, you must become it. And that's what I want you to see today, that you already are it. You are already whole. You are already one with God. The only thing that's making you feel separated from your good is just a wrong story, maybe a lie implanted inside of you. This little tiny orange book here, I get emotional even just talking about Asha, because of all I've seen, all the lives I've seen changed, all the people that tell me, Magus, I'm happy. I feel safe for the first time in this world and in my own head. The very first page of Asha says, realize. You could also say, remember. Realize, remember, you are from good spirit, made of good spirit. It's what you are, and shall return to good spirit. When you understand this, right, your vibration, your frequency, it rises. Your perception's changing, and you become a mighty spiritual force, creating in the plastic medium of energy. My friends, you're taking this imagination, this thought, this idea, and you're putting it into form and matter. So beautiful. Asha 4 is how the Magi create, how they create their spells and their magic that's been named after us. It says we create with word. Word is, again, the frequency, the energy behind language. These 4 powers are the mental power concerned with forming. So we want to learn how to form, right? We want to create heaven on earth. We want to hold these high ideas and create them in the earth. That's why the Magi are here, right? We bring that divine spark, that fire, that truth in us, that all good spirit. And we come into this world that is mixed energy, and we make it better, right? And that's a beautiful thing about that divine spark, that Fravashi inside of us. My friends, you could walk into darkness and you bring your light, and it's not dark anymore. We don't let the outside world dim our light. We could walk into a place full of hate and anger, and we bring our light and love, and it's no longer a place of hate and anger. We bring what we are. Number 1, temperance, self-restraint. Do not think the lie and illusion. We think truth. We think the real. Because what we think, what we hold, the word, the energy, the ideas, the stories, the perceptions we hold is what we're creating in our minds, in our home lives, in our family, in our community, in the world. So we don't want to look outside of ourselves. We want to fast from the outside world and the hell that's been created with minds of anger and jealousy and greed and low frequencies. We want to fast from that. Go inside to that divine spark. Remember that story and then speak it. I am divine life. Sickness and disease dies when it touches me. What else could it do? I am light. Wherever I walk, I couldn't find darkness if I wanted to. If someone told me hell is over there and I walk over there and I bring my God, my good, my heaven, I can't see your hell. We change the atmosphere. We change the very fabric of the universe. We create in that plastic medium with what we are. Number 2, fortitude, strength in facing adversity without fear, without worry, without doubt. My friends, I always think of Jen when I share this because she loves this, but I always tell people, don't worry. When you worry, you're praying for the worst outcome. And if you see how this works, you'll see how the opposite works. So you're worried. That means you believe that something bad could happen. Then you're adding strong emotion. You're fearful. You're worried. My friends, that thing is rushing to you. Now, what happens if you don't worry, if you have faith and fortitude and strength? I believe what I believe. I believe I am one with God good. I am the life. I am the health. I am the love and the peace and the joy and the power and the freedom. I am. You see how that shifts? Why should we believe such a thing, right? That's number 3. You have to have a reason to believe it, a basis or a cause for that belief. What is our reason? It's Asha. The only thing that could come from the perfect Creator's perfect mind is perfection. Asha, it's truth, it's real, it's the love without the hate, it's the peace without the war, it's just good. What would come from a good God's good mind is good, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted. That's what Zoroaster means, pure starlight, and that is the light the Magi follow. Where do we find that star, that light? Are you looking up? You could look at Sirius, right? But as above, so below. As within, so without. You can also look at that star that is in you and is you. Number 4, energy. You have to have a source of usable power. We use God, the highest principle of good. We use Asha, the truth, what's real, substance, the real above all that seems real. The capital T, truth above all the other truths. Turn over one page to Asha 5. Asha 5 says, when you believe only the highest truth, you enter Asha. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. Here's our reason. As the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha, truth. This idea of truth is the very spirit of God. It is much more than not making a false statement. It is the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real above all real. The highest truth, creation in perfect order and harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. You know, when I was thinking about Shakespeare He's talking about the poets and their spells and their poems and putting that story into body, into life. We've done that with Asha. And just the other day, I wrote this poem, and the more I read it, and I wrote it for you guys, I wrote it for me, I wrote it for God, I wrote it for all. But I was thinking of my Magi, the Magi that were, are, and shall be, and I titled it What Returns, and I'll probably be reading this for a while because every time you hear it, it's going to go deeper. It's going to bring back that remembrance more and more. And even every time I read it, I'm finding more in it, and it goes so deep. What returns? A wheel left in a field has not been removed from the stories of the years on the road. It holds the dust of distances in its silent spokes. The old dog looks up at the same stars he noticed as a pup, as if they are still singing, "Come home when your play is done." The river forgets its beginning and is rapture at every turn, spending itself gladly into the wide arms of the sea, only to rise again into the clouds and to fall soft on the mountain and begin. And as for you, most holy, beautiful you, I offer praise by bowing low and comparing you to a wheel in a field, an old dog beneath the stars, and a wild river that cannot help but return, but cannot help but return, that cannot help but return. My friends, you will return. Makes me think of, again, that original first spell that God and man cannot be separated. You cannot be divided. There might be a wrong idea making you feel that way, but that truth will remove that feeling, that idea of separation, and you will realize you are whole. You are one. You are one with God, with love, with life, with goodness. Can you feel the peace? It's tangible, isn't it? It's in you, it's around you, it is you. I want you to sit in that peace. Hold that peace. You know how much I love words and writings, and this little book here, it's called Asha Come, and I drew up this little sigil. I used the consonants from Asha Come. And something I like to do, and I don't know why I do it this way, but I love to read it from the back to the front. It creates something beautiful. Maybe it's kind of like the idea of returning back to Yeshe Lokam Yandolosa. Anything is possible. Isis, purity of heart. Savior comes. Infinite power, limitless power. I'm just like my daddy. Determination, single-minded focus will be necessary. Gift, something only you can give the world. Oh, that put a smile on my face. Say, Oshant, I am one with my God, my good. Real above all real. I hold my focus on the highest truth, and I enter Asha. The key. Thank God good. Resonance. Universe responds to your vibration. Stay high. Energy opens doors and makes a way. What energy do you hold? What doors are you opening? New thought, new destiny. Love is an unstoppable force. I am love. I am unstoppable. Magic. Magic is speaking the omnipotent idea, Asha, the highest truth. Should I say that again, Magi? Magic. Magic is speaking the omnipotent idea, Asha. Word. Truth dispels its opposite. Ooh. Goes perfect. Look at this. Word. Truth dispels its opposite. Many people are under a spell that they are separated from God, from their good. But truth, Asha, dispels it so that they can realize, remember, they are whole. See, we're not fixing anything because they were never broken. You were never broken. You were never separated. We're just speaking truth that makes the lie lose its power, and you realize your wholeness, your holiness. Awakened. I am the perfect creator's perfect thought. Yes, you are. Health, sickness, and disease dies when it touches me. What else could it do? I am life. Free, my birthright. Don't have to fight for it. Don't have to beg for it. It's what I am. I'm free. Power. I'm just like my daddy. Intuition. I see and know all. I have access to the one mind. Vohumana, the mind of God, the Christ mind, where God and I are one. I see and know all. I decree and declare, and it is, and I speak my word with my very life. Hold. I meditate on the highest principle, and a treasure house opens up before me. Creation. Be it and see it. You create what you vibrate. Rest. A time for solitude and withdraw, to go inside and recharge. Cycles. Endings are beginnings. Older you get, the more you see that. First circle, there's a circle of light around me, in me, that evil cannot enter. For my wonderful friends that were with me last month when I went to Florida, and I showed you the very beach where my friend was healed from OCD, and I used to draw a circle of light around him and told him that I call this first circle. I told him this is where this was invented. I said, there's a circle of light around you and evil cannot enter it. You are safe for this time in this circle. And once he believed it, he lived it. Visualize and see how magic works, right? That goes perfect with what we just said. Visualize and see how magic works. Trust, don't worry. Worry is praying for the worst outcome. Angels. The moment I believed, angels went to work on my behalf. Journey. Even though you cannot see where you are headed, benevolent forces are guiding you. Have faith. It's going to be okay. It's going to be better than okay. Revolution. To be set free from the tyranny of the outer world, you must first be liberated in your own mind. Whatever you want to see in your world, you must first see in yourself. Transformation. Do not be afraid. God, good things are coming. Peace. Everything is happening right on time. A trap. Don't go against your heart. I always tell you guys that. Always trust your heart. Anchor. God never fails. Don't quit. Ever forward. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. This one will be near and dear to my Magi. Star. My only job is to align and shine. Right? We go into that divine spark, attune ourselves to that real, to that true, that love, that peace, that joy. And then we shine what we are. Temple. I go within and find God, my good. Tistra. That is what we know here in the West as the star Sirius. It says, my seeds of light will manifest. Magi, as you're planting your seeds of light and love and truth and the real and wholeness. It's cosmic law. Harvest is on its way. Many of you are already living in the harvest. Many of you have just started planting and you got something to look forward to. Evolution. My world is ever expanding good. Order. I decree and declare harmony. Oneness. God and man shall not be separated. Life. Spirit is my life. Rise up. A fallen perspective must be raised. Sword of truth. I rule the air. I create my atmosphere. Fravashi. I have the DNA of God. I am a child of the King. Your very DNA is source. It's what you are. Sons, daughters, whole, one, good, light, love. Strength. You are divine. You come from good spirit. You are made of good spirit. Vahumana, my God mind creates a God world, a good world. We hold the God mind. We create a good world. Asha is the perfect creator's perfect thought is reality. Oh, I love this one. Are you ready? Name of power. Inside of me is hidden a name, a word, a vibration that holds unlimited power. And you guys know my all-time favorite, Asha 13. If you don't have this, screenshot it. Asha 13 says the original word is that all good comes from the Creator and that no evil comes from Him. From this original word is the spiritual world made straight and the material world brought into order. And all the Magi said, Asha is, I love, love, love you.
In the silence of the night, I was lost and alone, wandering through shadows, no place to call my own. Then Asha came into my life, like a guiding light. Her love wrapped around me, made everything feel right. Ooh, Asha's love saved me, lifted me up so high. With her by my side, I can touch the sky. Through every storm, she's my shelter and my guide. In the warmth of her love, I'll forever reside. Before I met her, my heart was a broken melody, but she sang a song of hope, a tune so sweet and free. With every smile